Okay, welcome riding buddies. We're out here at Conondale once again. I've caught up with the legend Glenn Bell, the man, the legend, the myth himself. We're going to have a look at his 97 XR 630. It's not a 600, and we've got a lot of noise in the background. We're struggling against everything here, but make sure you've subscribed to John's Motorcycle Mania. It's a proven fact that subscribing to John's Motorcycle Mania will help you get the whole shot out on the motocross track against Glenn Bell. Yeah, right, okay. So Belly, 1996, you won the Thumper Nationals, you went out and you got the big red #1 plate. 1997, you get this bike. Tell us about this particular bike.
This bike, but 96 is even different. So in 96, when I won the championship, I put CR 250 forks on it, and I had a whole CR 250 rear end in it.
Yep.
So shock, linkage, swing arm, the whole works. And that's what I took to America at the time. But with this bike, it's a 630, like you said. Jeff Ballard had XRs only at the time, and we put relay rods in it, different pistons, different cams, all sorts of things. FMF exhaust pipe.
A stock head, obviously.
I definitely stopped. So Pip Harrison worked on the thing, and he was a mechanic
a legend.
A legend of a mechanic, and ran Team Honda for many years. And we went around the Thumper Nash tracks, and they were awesome in the day. Natural terrain, really good entries, and really tough competition.
Joshy Bailey,
So,
rocked up third place.
This particular bike,
Track for his Triumph.
very obvious one, is a different fuel tank on it. Just going to hold for a second. We've got different fuel tank. We've got a custom-built alloy tank with some pretty cool ducting on it. What else? Obviously, 630, big head. What else about the back of this bike has been modified?
Just the subframe a little bit. I think this is off a XR 250.
Yeah, so I've used a more compact subframe on it.
So make it a bit smaller. Same with the tank, make it smaller so it's narrower to ride. And with the air ducting, trying to get as much airflow into the airbox as possible. And
unbelievable. Get out there and ride, you legend.
These things are just a beast to ride. You know, they're fairly heavy compared to the water-cooled KTM 640s and so forth.
Yeah, but they had the LC4s and stuff back then. Yeah, you were racing against Husqvarnas, Huskies, all that sort of stuff, which were proper motocross bikes, and this was an ag bike made into a motocross bike. But it did it.
Oh, it did it. I had to carry it around the track, but the thing was, it was fast. You know, I got a lot of whole shots from that, and yeah, the whole thing worked really well, especially with the CR forks in it. I really like that because it took a lot of the impacts and stuff. It jumped the things quite a bit, and actually the steering head, the stem, we used the standard, the steel stem, and it actually was just about moving out of it. You know, his bending, and yeah, so, but that's all we could use at the time. So yeah, it's a bit different, that's for sure.
Improvise what you had, and it worked.
Definitely
that was the main thing.
Yeah, that's right. We built this basically from scratch, and then tried to get the best out of it for motocross.
Yeah, so you went to the US on a different bike that was built, that you built as well. How did you go over there with that?
Actually, Lance Smale was racing. He was #1 he was racing Supercross on the LC4, and I went over there. I took the head and some of the bits and pieces off this bike. We got a CR 250 over there. FMF really helped us out a lot over there with their semi and support, sourcing bikes. So I got an XR 600 over there, a CR 250. Took the suspension off the CR 250, put it all on. We actually took my frame over there because it was all jigged up for the CR suspension. Took it over there, whole shot one of the motos. I was running with Ty Davis and all that sort of stuff on their Kawasaki's, and you know, having good races with those guys. So I was up there in thirds and things, and I was only 1-4 jumping this big uphill double jump, and it was a weapon. Everyone was looking at this bike under the FMF truck. So yeah, it was an awesome experience.
It's great to have an Aussie bike go over there with an Aussie legend on it, and get the Yanks to really sit up and take notice. Really, that's what you've done.
Oh, definitely, because over there, the Yanks all use the XR 400
Yep.
and race the XR 400 against anyone. But I was the first one with an XR 600 to race over there, and that's why I was whole shotting those races, you know. And even Lance Mail, like on his 640, he won the first moto, but I always shot the second moto and led for a few laps, and you know, we went over the pods together, and sort of he goes and tried to push me out the way, but this bike weighs a fair bit,
And with
he
you
went
on
up
it,
the track.
I remember watching you back in the day, and anyone shoved an elbow out, they got an elbow back.
Oh, definitely. You know, you have to stay up there. You know, you can't just let them go past you. That's for sure.
And don't let those bloody Yanks have it over you neither.
No, not at all.
All my American watchers out there, the legend of Australia. So this bike, no doubt, obviously holds a little bit of a soft spot in your heart. You did a lot with it, and not only with some of the parts off this bike, in other bikes as well. So going back, just thinking of those times, you must have had a ball.
Oh, it was fantastic. You know, Jeff Ballard got the Pumpanax going from scratch, and then it become the Australian Motocross Championship.
It basically did, yeah.
You know, so, and with riding this thing, it was an iconic sort of bike at the time, and it's great to see the MX4 hanging up there, and it's still around. It's great to see, and like we're having conversations about it today.
Yep.
You know, and that was from '97. You know? So it's unreal. It's great to win, have won that championship, and it was a great championship to win.
Yeah, and as you said, in the earlier days, we had, like, you always had the Australian Motocross Championships, but then the Mr. Motocross Championship, which sort of made the Aussie Championships take second fiddle sort of to the Mr. Motocross Championships. Then, when the Mr. Motocross finished, the Thumper Nationals come in, and it did the same thing. It was absolutely awesome to see these series really out there and really going hard.
Yeah, well, Vince Cesarero behind Mr. Motocross really promoted a series.
He was a promoter. He was a real promoter.
Well, that's why Mr. Motocross really took off. And then now it's like he got Meyer involved and Pepsi and all those other sponsors, which really pushed it towards like spectators. You know, he got big crowds. He used to go around to TV stations and all sorts of stuff, doing interviews, and it was really big, like big crowds. And then Vince let that go basically. So the Australian Championships were just a one day event.
Yeah, the one
so
weekend.
That's why Mr. Motocross was so big. But the Australian Championship still had a big thing for Australia as to win that championship. And you know, I started riding 125s and won the Australian 125 title and so forth. But it was a great championship still to win.
And multiple Australian championships as well. How many Australian championships was it?
Eight Australian.
Just eight. Who cares? Nothing much. But yeah, so that era was just absolutely amazing. So some of the names that you were racing against on this bike, who exactly were you against in those days? Was Dave Armstrong? Well, I know he's earlier in the Nationals.
He started racing. Lyndon Heffernan, he won a year.
Yes, he won it, yeah.
One year. So at the end, when I won, they wanted Lyndon Heffernan to win, and they brought in Craig Anderson to, you know, upset things. But we sort of had the altercation, and it all worked out for me.
That's a polite way of saying things. Altercation. No, mate, it's been an absolute honour talking with you. It's great to always catch up with you. I do get to catch up with you fairly regularly these days now with Prime X and stuff like that, so I'll always enjoy it. Thank you so much for joining us for a video on this particular bike. So that's been a look at the bike that Glenn Bell raced in 1997 for the Thumper Nationals. As you can see, it's not a stock XR 600. This thing has got some really cool parts on. The fuel tank alone is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It's just absolutely amazing. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.